Hey everybody, Mrs. Bowler here. Thank you for jumping on. We are recording this, so anyone who obviously is not here has the opportunity to watch this. This is the Spring Into You kickoff webinar, Zoom. If you've never done this before, welcome. It's fun. We get to see each other. We get to hang out. I like to interact with you guys, and we all decided that let's do this kickoff so you guys can get to know us. We have a couple coach leaders who are going to be posting daily in this group. If you're just jumping on, make sure to mute yourself. Just so with the recording, we don't have any background noise. Marianne, can you mute yourself, girl?
You can't have the whole world.
I don't think she's talking to me. Okay, guys, if you're jumping on, make sure you're muting yourself on your computer or your phone. It won't let me mute you, Carrie, for some reason. We're going to stop video. Did that work? It's okay. If you're not used to doing this, we have a couple, things that people aren't used to doing when you get on a Zoom, because they're like, what? First of all, what's Zoom? It's just a chat feature that we can all jump on. So I always say, get here a few minutes early, because we have a couple people who don't know when they jump on to mute yourself. Okay. All right, I think I got everyone muted. If we have some people jump on, guys, just understand, people aren't used to this. It's probably your first time. So as coaches, we do this to communicate with each other. We're using this as a tool to communicate with you. Sorry, I have our dinner prepping here. We're going to be talking about food prepping, so it's kind of fitting. But I want to introduce the coach leaders. Some of them you're going to see on this tonight. We have Michelle Stout in the top left corner there in the black and white dress. We have Lise. Lise, I'm not going to pronounce your last name, so I'll just mess it up. But she's our Canadian rock star coach, representing all of you in Canada. And we have Erin Butler, who is our hairdresser. I want to call it, she's our hairdresser. She's a mom. Michelle's a mom. As you can see, Lise is a mom. I am a fur mom, you guys. I'm in the bottom right corner. My name is Missa Bowler. I have been working with Beachbody for 5 years. I've been a coach 5 years. I actually lost all my weight using in-home workouts. I lost 100 pounds, so I have not strayed from in-home workouts from day one on my journey. Was it always Beachbody workouts? No, because when I started, I don't think Beachbody was even around. I was 15. But when Beachbody came on the scene, I was on top of it. My first program was Slim in 6, and I just progressed through the years with Beachbody. And I've gotten to meet these amazing women who have been introduced to Beachbody, maybe through, the infomercials or whatever, or a coach. But they decided they loved the products, they loved Beachbody, they loved the results they were getting, so they signed up as coaches. And now I am honored to just get to work with them in this challenge group, this virtual boot camp, we like to call it, because it is something that we're going to ask you guys to show up for every day, schedule it in your day. We are going to close the wall, and I know if you're not familiar with using Facebook that often, what that means is right now, for the first warm-up week, we've had you guys posting to the wall freely. So anyone can come into our group, they can post onto the wall, anything, their food, their workout, a live, they can go live like I've been doing with my workouts this week. And it's just, you're able to just do, sorry, I'm getting a frog in my throat. You're able to just do that. Well, the getting to know you picture challenge post. I've been having you guys check into that post every day this week so we can get to know each other, and we're posting pictures, and it just updates that thread and it pops it up to the top of the group anytime someone comes and checks in for the day. That is how our group is going to work moving forward. Cool, right? You guys have already been used to kind of posting like this, going back to that thread. But the cool thing about that is each one of us coaches, we're going to be posting a post of the day. which we want all of you to see because you're in here to get great, amazing, valuable content and to learn from us and our journeys, and for us to be able to support you, find your questions if you have them, and see them easily. If we left the wall open, things would get buried. You would never see our posts. It would be fun, but I think it might be overwhelming. So we want you to get the most out of this group. Every day there will be a post of the day, okay? At that point, you're going to jump in and you're going to check in with your workout, your Shakeology recipe you had that day, or maybe a Shakeology selfie or photo, what your workout was, and then we're probably going to be asking you a question, like whatever our post of the day is or our challenge is that day. It might be a water challenge, and we're like, post your water selfies. Like, that is where you're going to be posting them, in that thread. You won't be able to come to the group and make a post on the wall. So some people are like, wait a minute, it won't let me post. What's going on? It's not that you can't post. You just have to post under the post of the day. And that is where you might want to be coming back. And, you know, maybe you have more time in the day to be jumping around and coming into the group a few times a day. So breakfast you can post, your workout you can post, all separately. Great, that's awesome. It'll bump it up to the top of the group so you don't miss it, you see it. But say you're one of those people who can't post every other couple hours, and you post once. But throughout the day, you take a picture of your shake, you take a picture of your food, you take a picture, and you want to make a collage, and you check in the evening. And you make a collage, a beautiful collage of your day, your sweaty selfie, everything's in one pretty little picture, and you post at the end of the night. If you want to do it that way, perfect. That's cool. Whatever we, like, just so we know you are doing the things we ask, because we would not be coaches if we didn't hold you accountable to the investment you made in yourself with this kit. So I'm going to jump in because we only have about 40 minutes. It'll cut us off. And I want to talk to you guys. My topics tonight, one of them is setting goals for this group. I am a visual person, you guys. So I'd rather have you look at a cool picture than stare at my face, because that gets boring. So I put this picture here because when I first became a coach is when I learned I love Chalene Johnson. I started with Turbo Jam and then Turbo Fire and then Chalene Extreme. And then PiYo. So I have followed her through all of her in-home workouts, and she taught me SMART goals. Be specific, make them measurable, attainable, relevant, and time. Have it. Ooh, crap. I knew I was going to do that. Hold on, you guys. I got to go back. Huh. See, sorry. I'm not perfect. Crap, there we go. You're going to see all my pictures. You can't see it. I don't know if you can see it. Okay, can you guys see my screen? No, right? You probably can't. All right. Thank you, Tori. I see her shake her head. We're going to start right here. Then I need you guys to tell me if you can see it. Did it again. Don't worry. I'm going to do this. We got it. What happens when this picture goes away? It doesn't give me access to go back and forth. I'm just going to do it this way, so if I mess up again, I just want to make sure you guys can see it. Can you guys see that? Why is this not working all of a sudden? Hold on one more second, you guys. Is it there? Carrie, I see you. Can you see my picture? Okay. You're at the top of my screen, so I can see you. All right, I am not going to hit the from beginning button because if I mess it up, I don't want to be off the screen. So anyway, these goals. When you start a challenge like this, you are, you're overwhelmed. You have a lot of stuff going on. You have all these new habits you need to get into place, and you're like, holy crap, like I don't even know what's going on right now. All I know is I'm doing these workouts, I'm sore as hell, and I'm starving, or there's too much food, or, you know, the first week is just crazy. So tonight, before you go to sleep, before you close your eyes, if you really want this to work for you, it's just as much as a mind battle, you guys, as it is physical, showing up, doing the things you have to do, you know, burning the calories, preparing the food, all of that. So when you have a goal, something that's going to keep pushing you through, even your first week when you're sore as heck, you need to have these goals. So be specific about what your goals are. Why are you doing this? Why is this important to you? You know, what are you trying to do? Is it a weight loss thing? Is it an inches thing? Is it fitting into a certain dress or feeling good in your bathing suit? It might not even be number specific, but write that down. If it's not number specific, if it's like, I want to look amazing on this date for my wedding anniversary, for my school, my reunion. Mine specifically, I told you guys, I want to look good at the beach this summer with my new boyfriend's family, who knows I'm a fitness coach. And I want them to be like, oh, she knows what she's doing, not at my heaviest weight, feeling like woof. So that's my specific, my specific goal. Make it measurable. Give yourself a mini goal. How many pounds do you want to be down the first week? Or maybe not pounds, but do you want to, what's your focus for, I like to make small goals, because if you make it too huge and then you kind of like set yourself up for failure, you feel that pressure. So make a small goal. Go week by week. What do you want to get? Where do you want to be each week? And then at the end, total it. I want to fit into these jeans. Think of stuff like that. Make sure it's attainable, you guys. Like, come on, you're not going to lose like 30 pounds this month. None of us would, unless I don't even think it's possible. So just make it attainable. That's enough about that. Relevant, obviously, how does this fit in your life right now? How's it going to help you mentally, physically, emotionally? Is it going to make you a better mom? Is it going to make you a better girlfriend, a better wife, a better spouse, a better employee? Like, how's this going to help you? Or how are you hoping this is going to help you? And then time bound. In 21 days, I have completed all my workouts. Say it like you did it, okay? I have completed all my workouts. I lost 10 pounds. I fit into this specific jeans, or whatever. I was also taught, to always write down something as if I already did it. So that is my SMART goals. I'm going to pass it over to Michelle. And Michelle, I don't know if you made slides.
I did not.
Okay, well, I have some slides here if you just want to say your stuff, and then I can pull up some
that would be
shopping list. Okay.
Because I have not figured out how to do that yet from my phone on.
Well, here's the there you go, and then I'll just move it over to the shopping list when you're ready.
Okay, perfect. Hello, everybody. I'm Michelle. Very nice to meet all of you, and thank you for being here tonight. I just wanted to go over a couple of tips with you guys on grocery shopping. Grocery shopping can be very daunting, as I found out today, if you decide to take your child along with you, because you end up with things in your cart that you really don't need. So, key number one, if you get an opportunity to go and prepare for this next couple of weeks, if you get to do your grocery shopping by yourself, give it a try. It's actually quite rewarding, and today was a disaster, and I ended up spending twice as much on things I didn't need. But anyway, if you go, which leads me to the point where if you go with a list and you stick to that list, so if you've got your meals all planned out and you know exactly what you're going to be eating for the next 7 days, you need to jot down everything that's on that list so that you can go to the store and get everything. Now, I can tell you this, 90% of the items that you're going to be eating if you're doing 21-day fix are in the perimeter of the store. They are not in those little aisles where all the bad stuff is. They're in the perimeter. So you've got your produce, you've got your meats and your fishes, and then you've got your dairy with your cottage cheese or your yogurt or your almond milk or your regular milk. So 90% of what you're going to need is going to be along the outside of the store. Now you're going to have to go down some aisles for some beans and possibly some frozen fruit and vegetables. But you can see Miss is putting up some wonderful shopping list ideas, which are great screenshots. If you guys, I can post them to the to our little chat when we're done because I have them saved. But there's so many fruits and vegetables out there that are not super expensive. So to try to do this on a budget, I totally get it. Try to stick to the items like apples and oranges and bananas and stuff like that that are a little less expensive than some of the higher ends. And you don't need to go and purchase, 12 apples to get you through the next 3 weeks. Get a couple this week, a couple next week, and a couple the following week to keep you in line with whatever you're planning to eat. Another thing for the meal planning that I have learned, when you're done with this meal plan for the week, don't destroy it. Keep it, because I'm sure, as you all found out in the past day or two, sitting down and trying to figure out those containers and getting them all organized with what you're allowed each day is a very daunting project. But once you have it figured out, keep that thing, frame it, put it in, laminate it, do something, because you will go back to it. Here I am again, 6 weeks out, and I'm about to do this with you guys again tomorrow. And I'm excited because I have 3 weeks worth of menus and I didn't have to do anything. So I'm thrilled. Also, what was I going to say about the grocery list? I can't stress it enough. Just make sure you have everything. If you're following recipes or you're just following meal ideas and you're eliminating different things to this, just make sure that you have everything you need on that list when you go to the store, and try to avoid the things that you don't, because it'll be much easier to not have those things in your house, like donuts and chips and candy. If it's not there, you can't eat it. I think that's pretty much everything. Did I miss anything, Missa, or am I good? Hello?
I'm trying to unmute myself. It has all the videos of everybody on the side, and I was like, where am I?
I'm like, I just talked. Nobody could hear me.
No, I heard you perfectly. That's awesome, you guys. We will post the pictures of the shopping list in the group too. Those are, it's not 21 Day Fix like approved. It's just lists of different foods to be eating that fit your containers.
Yes.
Yeah. So the Eat Clean Principles was just a great visual I wanted to post up. And I will post this to our group as well. Things that never miss your meals, stuff like that. Drink your water, avoid sugar, loaded juices, and you're going to be wanting to follow the containers. And that stuff's not on the containers, but this is an awesome visual for those of you who want to see this. So we'll make an album in our group that everyone can kind of access this information. So I'm going to unmute Lise, and it's the meal prepping step next. Lise is right at the end with the modifications. So that brings it back to me, you guys. Michelle, I'm going to go ahead and mute you. Thank you. And you guys, so she talked about meal prepping, what to get, don't buy 12 apples for the whole 3 weeks of this, like break it down. Obviously you are supplementing a meal with Shakeology every day. So or a snack. So when you're thinking about that, you shouldn't be buying as much, especially if you're following the foods off the meal plan. A lot of it is, produce. A lot of it you're going to be shopping the outside of the store. And I have a lot of people who they work, I know what that feels like. I used to be out of the house 10, 12 hours a day. I would pack 3 or 4 meals with me. And when I started using Shakeology, it was so easy because it was like one meal I didn't have to pack. Usually I'd run out the door with a full thermos, my coffee, and then I had my breakfast, which was like an egg or something I threw together really quick, and it would be cold by the time I got to work. It was kind of gross. So when I started using Shakeology, it was awesome. I would just whip that bad boy up and then pack the rest of my food in a lunchbox. So if you are like that, I used to live like that, but I still kind of like to live like that when I'm like focusing on my nutrition, because it makes things smarter and not as hard. So these are some options, you guys. I went on Amazon and bought meal prep containers, and they're cheap. They're like $14.99 maybe, and you get like a whole bunch of them. And you can actually prep out your food with the containers you're allowed to have every week. If you're a creature of habit and you like to eat the same thing, you see the picture at the top there. This, it's chicken, vegetables, a yogurt, your Shakeology, and fruit. So that's all your containers. You measure them out, boom, 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 if you like that. Or if you're going to take like one lunch a day to work because you work at a desk. I used to work at a cubicle. And then when I moved into this, I had a bigger desk. It doesn't, whatever you're doing, if you get a lunch break and you just want to grab your containers and they're all the same thing just for lunch, you can get by with that, especially your first week. It makes it really easy. Now, if you're like me and you need a little bit different meals, I kind of like to prep out salads for the whole week, and I do that. I cut up chicken on the salad, so I'll have a salad meal. These are all things from the 21-Day Fix-Ate too, or the 21-Day Fix meal plan or extreme meal plan. So the chicken tortilla soup is 21-Day Fix, or from the Fix-Ate cookbook. I would prep a big pot of that, and for lunch each day I'd have a salad and a little bowl of soup. And then there's the beef stew. I would prep a big thing because it makes like 8 servings, you guys. So I would prep it out and then make containers of it. So I would make my salads. The bottom meat is the tacos. So I would make taco meat. Now you could use that so many ways. You could throw it in a wrap. You could throw it on top of a salad. You could throw it on your eggs. You can have it in tacos if you wanted to make it, or throw it on top of, I love taco salad. So you can make taco meat and literally change it up so many different ways. But these are just some visuals of how you can do it. If you want to make one, like your day, boom, all out, or if you want to make big pots of things and then break them up, and kind of use them for lunch or, grab for dinner. If you're going to have a salad with dinner, it's already pre-made, washed, measured, and then you can mark the things actually with little, I used to mark them with little Post-it notes. I would be like 1 orange, 1 green, and I would write it on there, or whatever it was. So when I pulled it out, I knew what it was. I didn't forget, because you might be like, oh, I got this, I remember, and then you don't. So then there's different ways you can do it. You can maybe just prep all your vegetables or all your snacks. You can have all your fruit, which is your snack, and your vegetable snack. And just prep all of that. If you don't want to prep a whole meal, maybe it's just this you want to get together. And then have all your vegetables washed, just ready to go. Or, you can prep everything and keep it in a container, on the right side, where all the asparagus is already prepped. All the vegetables are kept together. All the carrots are together. All your strawberries. So you can see it's a little bit different. You can come home, wash everything, and just put it all in a container so it's all separate. You can make it portion size for just your snacks. You can go through and actually create whole meals with it. So there's different ways to meal prep. I think when people think of meal prepping, they get overwhelmed because they think they have to prep a whole meal, so many times. And they're just like, oh my God, I can't do that because I'm already making dinner every week. So if you want to start small this week and just prep your snacks, do that. Start with prepping your snacks. If you're starting in the very beginner stage, just come home and wash all your stuff and have it ready. At least so when you're home, you don't you get home from work, it's a busy day, you don't want to have to worry about that. It's already ready, washed for you just to throw in your recipe. But I personally love the Fix-Ate cookbook. It has amazing recipes in it. And the one thing I wrote about this here on Sundays, we meal prep. Sunday's the perfect day to meal prep. If that's not, for me, it is. If it's not for you, don't feel like you have to do it on a Sunday. Maybe you have to meal prep twice a week because your schedule's that crazy. But seriously, you guys, there's a quote that says, fail to plan to fail. So if you're just hoping to wing this, and just wake up in the morning and just oh, awesome, what are my containers? Have a plan, you guys. Seriously, this is why we want you to take your pictures and we want to help you with your shopping. So I want to talk to those of you because we've been getting a lot of questions. I'm going to unmute Lise. We've been getting a lot of questions from people who have modification issues, are afraid they can't do some of the moves, from different restrictions they have. So Lise was just one of my past challengers, and she was doing her workouts in a boot, no lie, but she totally modified. So Lise, I don't have any great pictures for you, so I'm going to unshare my screen and just make you the main person. Is that too much stress? We can't hear you.
No, you don't have that picture of me doing a push-up in a boot?
No, I should have, huh? I should have, huh? I could probably.
Awesome.
I should have totally did that. But we'll go ahead and if you don't want it on you, I just can leave that there.
No. All right. How you say my last name is Canet.
Connect.
Yeah. Just to
Okay.
kind of get that clear. We got my first name right, so that's the important part.
Well, you said it's like please, but leave.
Yeah, exactly.
I always think of it like that.
Awesome. All right, I'll get started. One of the most important things is to schedule your workout. Think about it the night before. Okay, when am I going to do it? Is it going to be first thing in the morning? I know Melissa, Michelle and Nicole, they're both early risers and get it in, get it out, and they're good set for the day. Some of us have kids, jobs, and it's just not doable for me in the mornings anyways. So on the weekends, it's nighttime. It's when the kids go to bed. During the week, I'm a stay-at-home mom right now, so it's when the baby goes down for a nap. I squeeze it in. It's a half hour, but I know exactly when I'm going to be doing it. And like Missa said, I was in a boot for a week. It was my second week in to the challenge, and I got a bone contusion in my foot from playing soccer, which is why I look the way I do right now, Sunday soccer. So I was in a boot, but I didn't let it stop me. So I wasn't able to obviously do any jump squats, but I was able to squat a little bit. Certain moves I couldn't do lunges. There was no way it was a lunge. So I went down and I would do push-ups or I would do sit-ups. I was doing something. I was continuously moving, keeping that heart rate up. And I had no shame in modifying it at all. I would actually suggest if this is your first time doing a Beachbody workout, just modify. Do the modification first because they do show you. Actually, I think her name's Kat. Kat does the modified. Do that first and then move up to the unmodified because form is extremely important. We don't want to get hurt. So you want to make sure that form is down rather than do the quantity, right? Quality over quantity. There's no shame at all. And you are going to be a little bit sore if you're first time doing it. You're going to feel it. And that's perfectly fine. Those are working the muscles that you have not used. So don't be like, it's a little bit sore. Just keep pushing through it. Obviously don't push too far, but just keep moving it. Keep doing what you can do. And if it's in pain and you're hurting, stop. Maybe march in place. If you can't do it anymore for a minute, because I believe 21-day fix, it's a minute intervals. You can't do it, just march in place. Just try to keep that heart rate up a little bit, and that's when you're going to burn the calories. And I think that's it. Did I kind of touch everything there, Missa?
Yes, thank you. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Oh my gosh, I didn't know I was not muted. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you weren't muted the whole time.
Oh my God, thank God my dogs aren't barking. I'm sorry. No,
it's all good.
You guys, I want to tell you something. Even though I've been like doing workouts since I was 15 or whatever, when I start a new program or when I'm getting back on the game, I'm always sore. And this week I had no shame. You guys heard me in my videos. I'm like, like I was going.
You're a lot more entertaining than I was.
It was just, it sucks. Like you have to know we get that. Like we understand, but you bought this program for a reason. You are showing up for a reason. You have a why, you have a goal. So we want to hear if anybody, usually nobody wants to, but hopefully somebody wants to unmute themselves or wants to come on the line and share what their goal is. They already thought about it because I don't see any questions in the chat. Oh, where do you get the Tupperware? Okay, Amazon, yes. I just go on Amazon and do like meal prepping. They have awesome lunch boxes too. Sorry, Lise, I have you like, you're like main person on there and you're not talking and I was talking and everyone's like, what the heck? So
the kids are in the other room, so you're lucky.
But so you guys, I just want you to know that I've been sore as heck this week. You know, we understand that these workouts, it's not like, oh, we're Beachbody coaches. Like, yeah, like it's not easy for us either. And we're showing up just like you. It's just, we've been doing it we've been showing up, or we're getting back at it, or we're recovering from, you have a couple different coaches here. Lise is recovering from an injury, but she's used Beachbody in the past. Michelle is on her first or second Beachbody. She has 2 programs, some more coming, but she's had amazing results. She just went through the 21-day fix herself and was like, heck yeah, I'm not stopping. Then you have someone like me who's been doing this for years and years, and I kind of have, those times in life where you're on and then you're off, kind of, and then you're really off, and then you kind of get back on, really on. Like, I've been there. I've been doing this long enough, but I've never let myself go completely where, maybe you're in a boat where you're like, man, I used to be so fit. Don't think about that. Don't think about, where you were. You're starting fresh here. So treat this like it's your brand new start. Don't think about the past anymore. Like I said with those pictures, you know what? Those are your goodbye pictures. If you're still kind of holding off on these pictures, we don't want to take you out of the group. We want to work with you. Just put the pictures up. You will be thankful you did. Or get in contact with your coach, because I know some people just don't want to put their pictures up, but you have to get them to your coach. So does anybody have any questions? They want to unmute themselves? We all struggle. Hell yeah, we all struggle. We just have to understand. We have to be there for each other. You guys, supporting this group is what is up. Like, you don't be that person who's the fly on the wall. Don't be that person who, after a week, it's really hard, and all of a sudden you think you're just not going to be noticed because you're not showing up. We're going to follow up with you every week. Probably on the weekends, we're going to send you a message. We're going to check in on you. So don't think you can kind of get by on the sly and stop showing up, because we're going to come looking for you. We know you have this investment. We know you want to follow through with it. And we're probably going to bug you until you say, stop bugging me, I'm leaving the group. So don't think you're going to hide from us. We want you to participate. We want you to post. We want you to like on each other's and comment. Just don't be that person who's just kind of like in the corner. Engage. That's what makes this more fun, you guys. It makes it so much more fun when you can jump in and start to get to know each other and cheer each other on. Because that day is going to come when you look at your pictures and you want to share them with everyone, because you're so dang proud, but you've been that fly on the wall the whole time and no one knows who you are. So you're like, man, I don't want to post. I'm scared. I haven't been posting. Or you post and like everyone's like, oh, who's this chick out of nowhere posting? Don't be that girl. Just post every day. Show up every day. Like on people's posts when they post. Cheer them on so they'll cheer you on when you show up. Most of us don't have this community. That's why a lot of us coaches are coaches, because we didn't have this in our life before. We didn't have that accountability, that support, that community of friendship. So this is not just accountability to our workouts. It's like family. It starts to feel like family. You feel comfortable around each other. I mean, we all seen each other kind of naked. Right? So, we have, don't start thinking you can't show up. We've seen you. So anyway, I see a couple of questions, but Michelle is on that chat. We all show up. I need to be bugged. I need you to here knock the sugary snacks out of my hand. Well, then I need your phone number, because I will text your ass and be like, what are you doing? Where have you been? I'm for real. Kaylee, you better send me. I think I have it. I'm going to text you now every morning. Look, she's laughing. All right, you guys. So I do have it. So I'm going to start stalking your ass. You better watch it. Does anyone have any questions? They want to be bold and unmute themselves? We have 2 minutes. If not, we can get off and start rocking. Lise, Michelle, you have anything you want to end with? Yes, have a little. Don't all start talking at once.
I think you've covered it, Missa. I think we're good.
Okay.
Does anybody have any questions about their meal plans? Has everybody gotten them all figured out?
I think so.
Then you guys are gonna rock this.
Awesome. All right, guys. Have a great night. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Thank you for spending some time with us tonight. We will see you in the boot camp, the virtual boot camps. Spring into a new you. All right, guys. Bye.
Bye.